Welcome into another one-on-one session here at OKPreps Media Day. I'm Michael Knight, sitting down with Cleveland senior Caden McArthur. Caden, let's go back to last year first. You guys made it to the playoffs in a district that was tough, man. I mean, that district is tough every single year when you're talking about, Wagner, Bristow jumped in and won the district. It's a battle every single week. You guys were able to get one of those playoff spots. Just talk about last season and what it meant to make it back to the playoffs.
Well, we just made it back. We had our best season since he's been here, so.
What was some of your biggest takeaways? I mean, what were some of your best memories other than making it to the postseason? When you think back to last season, what's something that you remember most about it?
Just finally making the playoffs. I mean, we haven't done it in 7 years, so it was pretty crazy finally making it. So,
what was it like in that community to make it back? Because Cleveland, they love their football in that town, and I got to think that they kind of saw that there was some potential last season. What was that support like within the community in that town as you guys made it back to the postseason?
I mean, we saw some support, but it could always be more. But we just take what we get.
Now, building towards this year, you're able to take some momentum, right? I mean, it's a little different going into the offseason, coming off a playoff appearance. What has this offseason been like where you're coming off a playoff appearance, you're trying to get not only back to the playoffs, but go a step further? How much momentum can you guys take away from last season's playoff appearance this year?
I think we can take a lot off of what we did last year. We've learned a lot, and we're going to learn even more this year. So,
you got a new head coach, Cy Stallard. He returns to Cleveland. He takes over as the new head coach. But at the same time, he's very familiar with the town, obviously. What has this offseason been like, with a new head coach, putting in a new – has it been, a complete overhaul on a new system? What has the transition been like for you?
It's just been as pretty much every single summer except minus the pandemic, but it's going to be the same pretty much. We're going to have the same stuff.
And now let's get into that. I mean, because everybody had to go through it. I mean, everybody wasn't able to work out with their team. Spring ball was canceled. What did you guys do as a team to deal with it? Because, look, you still have to work. You still have to get your work done. You still have to be ready for once things open up. What did you guys do to, stay working out through the pandemic?
Well, we all gathered up as seniors and some juniors, and we all went out to a friend's house, and we worked out, and then we got the local gym to let us work out there for a couple of weeks, and then now we're back in our normal summer workouts. So,
what has that been like, getting back together? Because I'm sure the months of April you were probably doing a lot of push-ups, a lot of running by yourself. What has it been like to get back together with your team, knowing that you're a senior, last go around? What's it been like to get back with your team for workouts?
It's been great. It was a little bit of a rough start, but we're all getting back together now. So,
as a senior, are you taking more of a leadership role, this offseason? Obviously, like I mentioned, trying to build on last year's playoff appearance. Are you taking more of a leadership role this offseason with some of the younger guys?
Yeah, I even work out with the freshmen because they all do the first group running first, and we're all out there together with the freshmen. So,
final question. So, looking at this year, 2020, like we mentioned, we want to make it back to the playoffs. Want to beat Wagner, beat Bristow, contend for that district championship in a district that's going to be brutal once again. In your mind, what has to be different for this year's group to go a step further in 2020?
We're going to need all of our kids below us to step up and give us some help, whether they're second string, third string, or special teams. We need it all that we can get.
All right. Caden, thank you for sitting down with me today. Really looking forward to seeing what happens with it's a new era in Cleveland, obviously, with a new head coach. Coming off a playoff appearance, looking forward to seeing what you guys can do in 2020. Thanks for sitting down with me, and good luck this season, all right?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
He's Caden McArthur. I'm Michael Knight, and this has been another one-on-one session here at OKPreps Media Days.